Good morning. This is Reverend Dr. Robert L. McKim, Sr. Come to you again with some, hopefully, words of wisdom and knowledge. Today is June the 6th, 2013. Long story short, if I can make it short this time. Another thing that's been troubling me is how a lot of Christians, conservative Christians, even some non-Christians and people who just don't think that their hard-earned income should go to help people that can't hold a job. And another thing too is a lot of people think that a lot of people that can't hold a job is faking it. Well, how do you know what they're faking? Do you have X-ray vision? Can you see into that person's body or that person's mind to know for sure whether or not they're faking it? In Luke 14, starting with verse 12, Jesus says, "Then he also said to him who invited him," a rich man invited Jesus to supper, "When you give a dinner or supper, do not ask your friends or your brothers or your relatives, nor rich neighbors, lest they also invite you back and you be repaid." In other words, he's telling this rich man, this rich ruler at the time, don't throw a party for people that's going to pay him back, whether another party or money. Instead, to give a feast and invite the poor, the maimed, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed because they cannot repay you, for you shall be repaid at the resurrection of the just. Now here's another word here I wanted to point out: the just, resurrection of the just. Jesus didn't say church. He didn't say church. The whole church is not just or elect. Because there are many Christians out there or people who profess to be a Christian just because they believe in Jesus Christ, in God Almighty Jehovah. Doesn't mean that they are just, that they are the elect. Now, getting back to my other point that I wanted to point out too is that basically Jesus here is saying it is the place of the rich, those who have more, to take care of the poor, the maimed, or the crippled. In some other versions it says crippled, and the lame and the blind. Plain, pure, and simple as that. It is the place of those who have to take care of. It was at one point in time the place of the family, but you're running into a lot of family members, like my father was hurt on the job in 1971. So then he got Social Security disability. So basically all through my life, Social Security was taking care of me because my father could not work. His back was all messed up. Do you have X-ray vision? Can you see his back and how messed up his back is? Oh, maybe there's some other kind of job he could do. There's a lot of jobs out there, people who have disabilities that could do. Yeah, but my father was also partly deaf, could not speak plain because of cleft palate, and being partly deaf. And he was only taught till the second junior high because teachers did not want to teach him. They did not want to take their time out to find out really what was wrong back in the 1950s and to teach him. Back then, there wasn't this national law that you have to go to school. You could drop out as long as you had a job. He had a job. My grandfather started a business in Cambridge, Ohio, a moving business. And my dad worked for his father. Then his father passed away, his brother took over the business, and then my father got hurt because somebody wasn't doing their part in the moving business, and something fell on him. A real heavy deep freezer. Back then they were heavy, they were monster deep freezers compared to what we have today. Fell on him, messed him up. He's 77, 78 years old right now. So his security